Se cortó, se fue la luz, ok. Pero bueno, ya estamos aquí, no te preocupes, no os preocupéis, no os preocupéis because we are going to continue with this. I was giving you the super tips in order to be learning more vocabulary every single day, making use of this game that we are going to be having, okay? So this is what we can be doing each day that we are going to be. And it is not going to be super duper difficult, okay? If I stop it's because I'm dying. But here I am, okay? So this is what we are going to be doing. I don't even know where the other video was stopped. No, my goodness, everything is failing. Those are those days where you don't know. Well, this is what we are going to be doing in order to be learning vocabulary in an easy way, okay? So, very good. Now that you have your tip of the day, because each day we are going to be having different tips, we are going to continue with what I have here for you, okay? Let's learn something new now. And for that reason, we are going to be having this part. Learn something new every day. Ooh, that's going to be great. Now, let's continue with this. Chan, 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 chan. What do we have? This is going to be super easy. I remember that we were talking about a general review about present simple and present progressive. But now we are going to be having the past simple that is going to be as easy as you believe. And we are not going to be taking a lot of time because we are going to continue with past and future also. Here we are going to be having, you remember that we were talking, if we are going to be talking in past, we are going to be having the verb to be. But before continue sharing this, what do you remember about the verb to be? Yes, as you were saying, that's super easy. For that reason, we are going to continue with this verb to be. Was, were, you know it. Cool. So remember that in present it is going to be is, are. Are in present we are going to be having only two. That is going to be was and were. Cool. Also, the simple past of the verb to be is going to be this one. I am happy, I was happy. My sisters are happy, they were happy. Oh, my husband is in the house, my husband was in the house. That's verb to be in past. That it is going to be one of the easiest things that we are going to be having. No, let me write verb to be. That's excellent. So we are going to be having this one. This is how we are going to be transforming the verb to be into past. Excellent. As I was telling you, this is just a review, okay, of or some tenses that we were having or that we were learning in our past level. So changed into was, is for was, and are is going to be for were. And we are going to be having all the past simple here, but simple past making use of the verb to be. That is the difference that we are going to be having, okay? So I was in Washington, D.C. I was not, or I wasn't in Washington, D.C. Was I in Washington, D.C.? I don't remember because I have been traveling a lot around the world. For example, no? That is how we are going to be making use of this. Was somewhere only. If you want to say that no, you are going to be adding not or If you want to make a question, the first thing that we need to do is to write first my principal verb, if I can say it in that way, and then we are going to continue with our normal sentence. Ay, medio me apuro porque siento que me dices, no, ya no lo sabemos, ya sé que a lo mejor ya te lo sabes. pero sí necesito recalcarte pues lo que vimos para que tú sepas igual hacia dónde vamos. Here we are going to be having some examples. I was at school yesterday. We can be making use of different words. Yesterday at the morning, at 7 o'clock, 5 years ago. Different words that are going to be helping us with this. Or also, we were quick. We were quick. It's in past. Were you thirsty yesterday? Were you thirsty yesterday? Was she your friend? Because I remember that you told me that. Was she your friend? Oh, my friends weren't at the party. They were paying a lot of attention in their classes. That is in past. She wasn't sad. She was pretty happy. Oh, she was crying because she was happy. For example, here you have your was and were in affirmative, negative, and if you want to make a question. And this is the past. As I was telling you, the only thing that we need to do is to add the not in order to create a negative sentence, because let me tell you something. We are going to be having certain certain sentences that are going to be having a negative sense, but they are not going to be negative sentences, okay? That's super silly and super strange. And we are going to be having some sentences that are going to be having not, and they are going to be pure negatives, okay? When you are saying that, no. But as I was telling you, we are going to be having in a topic that I'm going to be teaching you some sentences that are going to be having a negative sense, but they are not going to be negative sentences because they are not going to be having not. Can you believe all this? Yes, I know, strange and word, but don't worry because we are going to be checking them little by little, okay? And if you have some situations with the translation, not traductions, translation of the verb to be, I cannot say it in Spanish, but at least you can have it here, okay? What each word and what each verb with the specific pronoun is going to be having as a meaning. This is the verb to be in past. We are starting with that. You know what? Let me change this for a little while. This is in few words, everything that we were saying about the verb to be. When you are saying that yes, when you are saying that no, or when you want to ask a question, making use of this, estuve, estuviste. But as I was telling you, this is part of the past simple, okay? We were going to be having a speaking time also, but let me go faster. If you have some doubts or some situations and you don't want to call me, I don't know why, you are going to be having these helpers that are going to be pretty useful. How we can be talking or speaking in past. Oh, but I want to show you something, please. Forget about to be using all the time only personal pronouns. Nah, we can be using other things. Really? Yes, we can be making use of my sister, my brother, names, more people, famous people, if you want, situations, the weather, cities, countries, whatever you want, instead of being using all the time personal pronouns. That is going to be a good tip. Don't get only with personal pronouns. No. We can be changing those personal pronouns into other subjects. Subjects is the words that we are going to be having this, okay? The subjects can be personal pronouns, names, animal, places, situations, and so on. Okay, and how we are going to be making use of or was. Oh, Juan was at the store this morning. This has a past meaning or word. Oh, my dogs were at the vet today. Excellent. And if I want to say that no, we are going to be having this. Was not or wasn't. Were not or weren't. That is the famous verb to be in past. Oh, my kids weren't at the store this morning. My husband wasn't at the gym this morning. Where was he? I don't know. We don't know. And also we are going to be having how to create a question, but in past. Was he sleeping this morning? Yes, he was. Oh, cool. That's great. And that's awesome. And that's cool. But also remember that you can be using, you can be making use of questions, words like where, what, and so on, in order to create a bigger and stronger sentences. But the answer is going to be different. Now, if you are using question words, you are not going to be saying, yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Yes, we are. No, we were. Yes, we were. No, we weren't. No. When you have your questions word, my answer is going to be different because my questions words are going to be used in order to specify certain things. And as I am specifying or asking for something in specific, my answer has to be more specific. Okay, where was she this morning? Oh, she was at the store. She was at the store buying some groceries. Okay, that could be a complete answer. Or we can say she was at the store, and that's it. That is going to be my short answer. Okay, but here we are not going to be saying yes, I was, yes, she was. No, 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 because I am making use of a question word that is asking me for something more specific, for specific information. Okay, and was a word. It is not the situation that they are not specific, but they are talking about other situations that are going to be easy